Hey everybody, welcome back to the SOBs who love SOV. We have an unprecedented event this evening. We have all four of our SOBs here. So myself, we also have Slade Shepard.
Hello.
Maddie Deering.
Hi.
And it's the return of Tony Masiello, who is now hitched.
Sophie!
We'll have another tagline for us by the end of this episode as well. But we are here to talk about Killer Nerd. This was Maddie's choice, the last episode that we had. A couple episodes, Maddie said that Killer Nerd was her favorite SOV, kind of the first one she watched. So we decided to do that. So let's just get in with the SOV in the news. Okay, so any SOV in the news? I know, Tony, you've got a couple things.
Yeah, we just announced the other day that we're going to be releasing a bunch of the Warlock Home Video titles on DVD pretty soon here. Those have been out of print for a while, going for a lot of money on eBay. Only other way you could get them is straight from Chris Seaver. So really excited to be putting those out, and first one's probably going to be hitting around April 1st, hopefully. DiveQ is going to be the first title. We're going to have a whole bunch of new special features and stuff on them. So, yeah, they're going to be really cool. And also, we released Mondo Bizarro earlier this year. So, and we decided to sell those really cheap. They're $6. So, if you're into vintage educational films, I highly recommend to go to sovhorror.com and pick those up while I'm still crazy and selling them so cheap. So
yeah, I will admit I bought mine, and yes, it's like educational videos. Like there are some that are very interesting, and I pretty much got drunk and sat there and watched them and just like was dying laughing most of the time.
Best way to watch them.
Yes.
I just got a copy as well, but I haven't had a chance to watch it.
Well, you'll have it.
Nice.
Well, you haven't had a chance to watch it because you've been busy as well, Maddie. Thank you for the built-in segue.
Very excited for the world premiere of Spirit Animal.
Woohoo! In Smell-O-Vision.
Yeah.
Smell-O-Vision, yes. Toby Radloff from Killer Nerd is going to be at the premiere, which I'm freaking out about.
Awesome.
Very excited.
Wow. And he has a cameo in your movie too, correct?
Yes, he plays this killer tree in the movie.
Killer Nerd, Killer Tree. I think he's being typecast, everyone.
Yes, exactly.
Slade, what about you? Any SOV news?
Not really.
We're understaffed at work, so I've been working my ass off. I've
Yes.
barely had any time to even watch anything.
The SOV news is that Slade is actually able to make it to this podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
I have one little thing. So last weekend, I shot the teaser for my film, The Embalmers, and we're going live with our Indiegogo campaign on Friday. But it did have a very very special guest star, and that is Gnarly Noggin, who is known for his work in many Tim Ritter movies.
Awesome.
So this time he stretched his. He spread his wings, and he played a woman. So, a severed woman's head. And he ate vegetarian sausage,
awesome.
so. He did a great job, so. All right.
Are you keeping him, or are you sending him back to Tim?
No, I'm sending him back. And he's almost like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, apparently. Like, he's just kind of been everywhere, and so it's like, I've got the box sitting here. I need to send it back to him, but like he just kind of travels around and goes wherever he's needed. And Tim said he needs a SAG card, and I said, well, I could try to make him an IMDb listing.
Everybody who borrows him carves their initials in the back of his skull.
Yeah. Oh, that would be kind of fun, but probably too late. I think he's already been like in 4 or 5 locations, so. I'm sure he still has a piece of like vegetarian sausage lodged under his tongue, so that's my mark on him.
You should totally just leave it bloody and then have the package like dripping So when it goes through the mail service, they get a nice surprise.
I wouldn't do that to Tim.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You don't want to be mean to Tim.
All right. So we will get on with our movie discussion, Killer Nerd from 1991.
Yes.
Yes. So this is Maddie's movie, Maddie's lead. I will say, when you turn it on and you see that Lloyd Kaufman, Michael Hertz Troma, like skyline, you know you're in for something good. And so I was like, okay, I'm good with this. I'd never seen this before.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess we probably talked about that last time, but my memory is terrible.
Yeah, I don't even know if I said it or not. But yeah. So Maddie, what is it about this particular film that makes you love it so much?
I don't know. It's just so cheesy, and I love Toby Radloff's performance and his line delivery and everything. I love everything about it. It made me, when I first rented it in like 7th grade, funny enough, my friends and I just enjoyed watching it, and it was like something we could make ourselves, and that's really what, the first thing I saw.
Yeah. And his line delivery is fabulous. So,
yeah. It's the way he talks in real life.
Is it really?
Oh,
yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh! No wonder he was. So is he cast for that reason?
Probably.
He kind of sounds like a robot.
There's actually a great documentary about him called Genuine Nerd, which I highly recommend if you guys haven't seen it. It's actually all about him, and it's a great documentary about him.
Oh, sweet. All right, so want to just get into the movie?
Yeah.
All right, so we start with a very, very lengthy striptease of some chick who is basically might as well be wearing a sign on her chest that says, "This is 1991." In her like neon green bikini and her hair teased up. But it's really his dream sequence, which is something that shows up quite a bit in this. Now, that was actually a dream sequence, correct?
Yeah.
But some of them are almost like not really his dream sequence, but almost like his Walter Mitty sort of moments. Like it's like kind of what we see what's inside his head, correct?
That's what I took from it.
Mm-hmm. But this one was a straight up, this was a boner dream. And
when my friends and I rented this in 7th grade, I had some guy friends watching it, and they just kept pausing it at the beginning. They don't see that much.
Why'd they have to pause it? It went on for like 10 minutes.
VHS.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's on VHS, so you have to like keep pausing it until you get like the lines right in the right places.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, God, that reminds me of a story of my best friend. We were taking and watching Romeo and Juliet, the old one, in English class, and he got a hold of the remote and paused it at that particular moment, and the teacher, oh my God, she got so pissed.
That's amazing.
But kudos to whoever you are, if you're listening now. So he gets up and we have basically his nerd montage. So he is trying to accentuate the positive.
Yes.
With toilet paper on his face because he can't shave apparently, and he basically goes down to the bus stop and he meets up with these punks. This, I have to tell you, pissed me off. And I know it's a setup. It's like you've got to have him like just be like completely beaten down in order for it to work. But there's something about when somebody knocks like books out of someone's hands that I just get irate.
That happened to me in high school before. Awful.
I'll beat him up for you, Maddie. 'Cause I don't like that.
Please.
I just don't like that.
What you got that umbrella for, boy?
I know. It's nice and sunny out.
Oh, God.
You never know. Maybe he listened to the weather report. My God. I mean, those guys weren't exactly bright either.
No, not at all.
No. But yeah, I had
The ladies' man.
the ladies' man. That's right. I had trouble at first figuring out if he was supposed to be like in college, high school, or work or whatever. But we figure out pretty fast.
Yeah.
He goes to work with his tape in between his, like on the bridge of his glasses, and yeah, he is pretty much like the quintessential nerd. So when he gets to work, we figure out he really isn't the ladies' man. So Slade, why don't you tell us about what happens when he gets there?
Well, he evidently everyone that works in this office is an asshole, or
Pretty much.
just the dude that takes and comes in and just starts just endlessly spouting one-liners,
Oh my
taking
god!
on him. It was just, oh my god, it's just,
Sexual harassment.
Yeah.
But she likes it though. His name I think was
I know.
Jeff, which is perfect.
Jeff, yeah.
But yeah, he just might pop some Spanish fly in her Java.
Yeah.
And then
Jesus
the
Christ, who goes for that? God.
and first I need to scratch my dick, and he scratches his ankle.
His ankle, yeah.
Oh, you're so slick.
And he's getting shot down at after his mom called and he answered on that wonderful Garfield phone.
Oh yes,
Oh, I remember those.
yes. You know, she really is the one who was nice to him in this entire movie. I mean, she
Yeah.
tries to talk him up a little bit, and you know, I mean, just because he's trying to hit on her and she rejects him, and she does it in a nice way, doesn't make her a mean person.
I don't know.
I agree.
Just because, like, she's just like he's pitiful, and she's like, "Oh, don't be mean to him," but you can totally say fucking horrible things to him in front of me, and I'm not gonna say anything.
Right,
Yeah.
but that's his job, really, to stick up for himself. She's at least nice to him.
I guess so.
Yeah.
When she even tells him, she goes, you have to learn to go for it, She's
Yeah.
even trying to, like, egg him on to be a little more assertive and not so nerdy.
Right, or just to go for what he wants and everything else. And I mean, she's giving him the time of day, and she's actually like making an effort, because she was even saying, "Hey, we got time, let's shoot the bull," and then like she would say something to him that most people, like when they would get the response that she got, they'd be like, "Okay, I'm done with you," but she like kept it going.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought she was okay.
She shot him down for the church cookout, though.
Well, that's got to be on a Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Gotta go.
oh no. I
No,
meant
that's good. It's
Saturday.
on Saturday. Hey, I am kind of surprised that he did get it. Like he figured out that she was letting him down. So
Yeah, that's kind of one of those cliche things that she's probably still interested in me. No, he's smart enough to realize that he
Yeah.
needs to enlist the help of a certain fellow on television.
Like that.
a certain fella on television. That's right. So Slick Dick, School of Cool.
It's only $79.95 at that time. Good Lord.
Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't $69.95 or something like that. But
Yeah, they really missed the mark there.
Yeah.
yeah,
69.
yeah, missed opportunity, and it was only 3 cassettes, right? So man, that is
so.
steep. He might as well just like sell his soul to Columbia House at that point, Come on. But okay, so probably Maddie or Tony could tell me this, but he is watching The Late Show, and before it cuts to commercial, it says, "We will continue with Ty Bar, the creature that lived." Is this an actual movie that ever got made? Okay.
I feel Tybor is the name of a monster from one of those movies, and it's not hitting me right now. But I think
see,
that
I
is a
felt like it
reference to
seemed-
something. I'm just not. It's just not hitting me at the moment.
Yeah, to me it seemed like something that I'd heard before. But okay, everybody, that's our homework for next time. So those commercials, they're pretty compelling, right?
I love them.
Yes.
I think it's hysterical.
Does that really work on girls to just start staring at them and flaring your nostrils while?
No. No, it doesn't.
Flare your nostrils like a bull and jut your lip. That's what it says to do. Steady eyeballs, flare your nostrils like a bull, and jolt your lip.
Ooh, yeah. One of my favorite. This was within the commercial part, but he said that you'll be like a loaded 44 in a liquor store.
Yeah.
Hey, that guy had babes hanging off of him. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you believe it?
This movie is pretty quotable.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's got so much great dialogue.
Very.
So much great dialogue.
Oh my god.
And good music, too. I enjoyed a lot of the soundtrack.
I love the
sure.
music so much.
Yeah, now are those original songs? Because I know one was kind of a rap song, and I think it was like, the basic hook of it was like, get laid. When he's like walking to like, he's got his swagger going on. Okay, so all of the songs are by the same people. They're all written by the same people. Joe Simone's, Chris Voight, and Brian Henderson, and they are performed by Axe Master.
Nice.
Master, that's amazing.
That's most of them, yes. There's actually another band who does this too. Oh, wait. And then MC DJ Half, did the rap songs. Man, they got a lot of music going on here.
I admire somebody's confidence in themselves to refer to themselves as Axe Master.
Axe Master. Yeah. Little full of themselves.
I wonder if that's the metal band with, the kind of metal songs during the punk guys. Axe Master. Sounds like
that would be my
name.
guess.
Yeah.
But we also have two songs by somebody called Silent Night, Knigt, Thrashosaurus Rex, and Nailed to the Cross.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Heavy titles.
Yeah. There's also a couple songs from a band who is called Indian Rope Burn, and they actually are courtesy of GGG Records. So they even had a contract with somebody. Man, it did really have a lot of songs in it. Yeah, so Mom gives him pie and tells him not to choke, and he's like,
Yeah,
Mother?
don't choke on it.
You can't choke on pie, Mother.
Yeah. How am I going to choke on pie? We're all gonna hone our best imitation of this guy by the end.
Of course.
But I love his cool dream. He looks like
so
he
cool.
watched like
yeah.
some like 1950s biker shit, and that's where he gets his like.
It's like the George Michael Faith video. It totally is a rip-off of the George Michael Faith video, which was really hot back around that same time. Mm-hmm. They even do like the butt shot, that famous butt shot.
He's so cool.
And I love the poems, like the Daddy-O type beat poem he does over that dream sequence. It's so great.
Yeah, and he's actually quite the poet throughout the movie.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
He's he has that nice hot sexy sex scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was it good for you, baby?
You were really hot tonight, Daphne. You little vixen. You just can't get enough, can you? But that's okay with me. I'm the man for the job. Did I tell you how beautiful you look tonight? So, was it good for you too?
Yeah. You were really hot tonight, Daphne, you little vixen. I love it. And apparently, in the trivia, it does say that he kept that sex doll.
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah. There's only like...
Oh, God.
Yeah, there are only like 4 pieces of trivia, and one is Toby Radloff kept the blow-up doll.
I'm going to ask him to bring it with him. That's a premiere.
Yes.
Dear, why is there a blow-up doll in your closet? Oh, That's a funny story.
Oh my god. But yeah, that sex scene is pretty awesome. And then the day his tapes arrive, and he gets the box out of the mailbox.
Oh boy, it's here, I got it. Slick Dick's tapes, I'm gonna be cool.
Yay!
Oh boy, it's here. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be cool. Can we just talk about how he goes to the mailbox, like these pointless shots of him going to the mailbox for like that take like 5 minutes?
Yeah, it's like
checking
basically
it, nothing's
he goes
there.
to the mailbox, he goes back, has like a dream sequence, goes to the mailbox,
Yeah.
has another dream sequence.
And 3 stamps to make sure it gets there safe.
That's correct.
Yes.
Back in those days when you had to do that shit, though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
No, not at all.
Buying bootleg VHS out of the back of a magazine.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yep.
So, speaking of days, so the first lesson he got is the gaze that will daze that Tony alluded to before. And also the freeze hand movement.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my god. So what was he supposed to do? Like, you're supposed to have your hands in your pockets, then you put your thumbs in your belt loop, and then you do a rolling motion with your hand, and once you make a full rotation, you put your fingers in guns.
Yep.
What the hell is that?
And then you put your hand through your hair.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god. See,
I used
would
to
not
do
be
that
picking-
move all the time as a joke.
it's okay. This is a very advanced maneuver. You got to practice it.
Yes.
That's right.
You got to
And what
use
I
it
love is that-
sparingly.
I love that everything that he is teaching, that Slick Dick is teaching on these, is a visual thing, yet it is on cassette.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, do you know if you're doing it right? It reminds me of, like, I don't know if you guys ever had these. You know, I'm the oldest one here, but, like, they used to have, like, aerobics records. And, like, you know, they would say what to do on the record, but, like, the inside of it would have, like, pictures of the different things you were supposed to be doing. That's what it reminded me of. It's now for the makeover. He wants a rad do.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got a stiff upper lip and a tight ass.
Oh, right. Because life has given him lemons, and he's gonna make lemonade. Got a tiger by the tail, and he's mean.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. And then I love how, like, the receptionist is like, and so what do you need, sir? Oh, my gosh. But yeah, he gets like Ed Grimley bangs.
Yep.
I don't even know what the hell that was.
Yes.
Me
And
neither.
getting sexually stimulated by the shampoo, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, this is nice.
Nice. Hey, how often do you think that happens? Probably on a daily basis for, like, women who give male haircuts.
Unfortunately, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is a kind of an intimate thing to take and do for somebody, so it's understandable.
You know. Okay, so now we know something about Slade. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, I got a shampoo fetish.
Yeah.
So
Don't
he goes,
tell anybody.
he goes to the flower shop, and the girl swindles him out of money. And I was like, you know what? Like, I worked retail all through high school. Why wasn't I ever smart enough to do this? I don't.
I love
know,
his
'cause
line, too. He's like, hey, baby, I want to scam some of your goods.
Yeah. She's like, what?
Probably like,
And anytime
yeah.
someone gives him the price, she tells him $8, and he's like, sounds reasonable.
Sounds
She's
Anytime
like,
money's
those-
He
brought
said
up,
those are
sounds
more-
reasonable a lot.
You're my favorite customer.
Yeah.
It's like the room.
That's right. Oh, hi, doggy.
Oh, hi, dog.
right?
Flower
Oh,
shops
God.
will never be the same. Sorry.
Nope.
But yeah, so he goes to Sally's house, sees Jeff going out of her house and, being all Jeff-like or whatever. And he gets pretty pissed off. But he's still okay at that point, I think. He goes to the bar. He's
Yeah.
like, okay. He's not, like, really angry.
He's making
Well,
that.
that's because he gets a fuzzy navel at the bar.
Yeah.
That's right. He'll try it. He's living life
How much
on
is
the
that
edge.
fuzzy navel?
Yeah.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
It sounds reasonable.
$2.
Yeah, $2. Yeah. Where the hell is this bar? I want to go
Keep
there.
the
Yeah, right.
change.
We should have just done this one as like a watch party thing, so we could just do the quotes
yeah.
the whole time. He finds a couple babes that dance with him. They seem to be pretty into him. I mean, they're like cool with him, and they're like, hey, you know, want to come out and hang out in the alley? Hey, you want to go to our drug connections house? I mean,
Let's do some drugs.
Drugs are illegal.
yes.
Marijuana's illegal.
Legal.
But unfortunately, of course, their drug connections are the punks from the bus stop. Oh, wah, wah.
Plot twist.
Yeah.
I need some pot. Go hanging out at the abandoned factory.
Oh my God.
Yep.
And like, what did she even say? She's like, whatever you want, crack, meth, guns, they got it if you got the money.
Yeah.
Sounds like an enterprising young man.
Yeah.
But yeah, they talk him into going on a beer run, and surprise, surprise, they beat him up, put a PBR box on his head.
That's what I love, because I love PBR.
Just
saying.
The PBR, yeah.
It's fun to put those boxes on your head and pretend it's a night helmet where it's got the slits in the front.
I've never done this.
Get really
believe
drunk
it or
and do
not.
that, and
Again, we know
Well, this
something
weekend.
about Slade.
yes,
He's like, you know what? Get really drunk. Go get your hair washed at the salon because it's great, and then put the box on your head and pretend like you're in
Midnight
it.
and
Going
then
on.
you take and put boxes on your heads, and then you grab sticks in the woods and you fight each other with them as you do.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to go party with Slade.
Well, to be fair, we also heard about tire burnings in front of abandoned trailers in his youth, so we do kind of know what kind of entertainment that they did in his neck of the
Yeah,
woods.
it's not very
Yeah.
high class. I'm afraid. So we were very enterprising young men.
That's right. You gotta have an imagination. Come on. Yeah. But then he's like walking home, and he's got his like fist clench, and they do that like negative effect, flashing back and forth,
Yep.
and he's just reliving everything.
So I'm a nerd, eh? Well, this nerd is really out for revenge. I'm a nerd. A big nerd. A big stupid nerd. I'm mad as heck, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Nerd, 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 nerd.
Yes.
Nerd, 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 nerd. And you know what? I have to say, like, when he does the nerd thing to the people that he starts to terrorize, I mean, that would, like, terrify you. Like, you could see he's
Yeah.
cracking. Like, what the, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, the later stuff, yeah, but the initially, like when he's
Oh, the-
outside the fucking trailer.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I don't know. I think at that point in time, I'm thinking I would question his sanity.
Yeah, it's his first revenge victims being the couple.
Yeah, so
Playing hide the eel.
Yeah, so he
Or find the eel, not hide the eel.
hide
I
the-
don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But yeah, he grabs what, ropes, chains, and like slice and dice.
Slice and
cleaver.
dice.
Meat
And he
cleaver.
cook-
Yep.
Yeah, cooks something up, and he goes over to her house. Yeah, the meow thing, like the fact it's not that he's doing the meow thing. Fine, you're trying to like get somebody's attention. It's the fact that he's on all fours and he stays on all fours when the guy gets out there.
Conkle, what the hell are you doing? You asshole! What the hell's wrong with you? You stupid nerd! Nerd, 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 nerd.
It sounds hurt, honey. Go out.
And he says, "All right, but the goddamn thing better be in pain."
Oh, but this is the first time we get him like using that as his tagline as he's murdering the guy, where he's like nerd, 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 and I think it kind of I don't know if it thwarts the guy or if it's just bad editing, because he kind of stands there for way too long in his slow-mo kill. Oh man. But yeah, so Sally gets his head thrown at her.
I love that fake head so much.
Yes, it had like the screaming agony look on its face.
He goes, "You can forget about that necktie for Christmas."
And then we find out he's a
Throws
poet.
the head at her.
Yes. So
As,
roses are red and violets are placid. You screwed me over. Have a face full of acid.
bitch.
It's amazing.
Like he throws in the bitch at the end.
Yes. And then he grabs a sandwich. He's like, good sandwich.
Good sandwiches. Good sandwiches.
Oh, man. Yeah, so there's another one, though. I mean, the effects look good. Like, her face looked really good. But, like, I always have a problem when they make it seem like throwing acid in someone's face is going to kill them immediately.
I like it. I think it's over the top and cheesy.
Oh, over the top, for sure. Yeah, this was not a critique at all.
Oh.
So he's dispatched his first people. Then he goes to Mom's house, which this one kind of took me by surprise. Like I didn't think the mom seemed that bad.
This is like one of my favorite parts of the movie because it is so surreal and weird and just actually kind of brutal.
Oh yeah.
So
sadistic.
Yeah. Oh God, the fucking baby bib.
You're one of them, mother. The fib tellers.
I love how he rings the door. Like he takes and knocks on the door, and then just as soon as she opens, he just punches her right in the face.
Punches her, yep. Gives her a shiner.
Yeah. Ties her up, puts on that squeaky pacifier. It's like a dog toy or something.
Nasty old fib teller.
Do you remember when I asked you for hot dog and candy?
We used to have fun until he came along. Hot dogs and candy. I was wondering where he was going with that one. I was like, is he going to blame his weight on her? What? But yeah, I love her kill though when he's like, so you need to take your medicine, and he puts the bottle of drain cleaner down her throat, and then if that's not enough, he has to put that cleaver in her forehead, and that is pretty freaking sweet. I love it.
And then he does the Pee Wee Herman laugh.
Yes. Oh man. So now he's just down to the drug kids. I don't know what you want to call those. Which obviously the last two boys are obviously going to be like his crowning achievement.
And you can mark off your SOV scorecard because they're playing quarters. So.
Oh. Yep.
There's one for the SOV bingo. They're playing quarters.
Yeah, so we do need SOV bingo. We need to start working on this. Yes.
Right.
Maybe establish some kind of drinking game.
Yeah, or just in general, just have a bingo card. Like you get the Walmart bingo cards and that kind of stuff. So that Anyway, yeah. So he goes there. The blonde is gonna go to pee, and she goes outside, and then of course he fucks her up. We don't know that yet. But Gracie, the other one. So I thought this was funny. So they're talking about the blonde who left to go pee, and her name is Lilac. And the guy says, like, will somebody tell your friend this isn't the 60s? People aren't named Lilac anymore. Like, she didn't name herself, you dumbass. Like, I totally didn't get it, but it is the 90s. He has to point that out in case he forgot, because there are no other indications of this being the early 90s at all. But yeah, so she goes outside and he bashes her head and he cuts her open, which is pretty visceral, man.
I love her death scene. Say goodnight, Gracie. And when he slams her head down, it's like this. It's just so loud and doesn't sound natural, and I love it.
Yep. But then this is probably, this is maybe my favorite little segment where he starts trying to do like the female voice. Come here, you big hunk of a man, you. It's like the dumbest voice ever, but at least he does say, hey, what's with the weird voice? Like, he does realize it's not just one of the girls. Ugh. But yeah, so he gets the two boys, but he tells, which I think is funny, that one of the boys who is making fun of Lilac, his name is Lily. Really?
Yeah, it's Lee.
Yeah. Hello, throwing stones there, buddy. But he gets the one dude, and he tells him he's not going to kill him yet, and then he pretends to be a cop with the other guy, like he's raiding the place.
I wondered, like, on this particular part, I wondered how they got to the medical center. Was it in the factory, or did he take them somewhere?
I never thought about that.
I think it maybe was supposed to be like the infirmary or something of this.
That's what I was thinking.
Factory.
But it was like it's just a harsh change in like the open-ended factory. Then it's all of a sudden it's in this little medical room. So
yeah, a little very white, very fluorescent lit, medical room. Yeah, that is true. But yeah, I guess I didn't think about it either. I guess I just assumed it was just some kind of medical room within the factory. And,
that has dynamite. Evidently in the basement.
Yes. We don't know what kind of factory this is, but it has all kinds of fun stuff in it. So yeah, he straps that dynamite to their heads. Now that would be pretty freaking terrifying. They have this almost like "Dude, where's my car?" moment. Did you guys kind of notice that? I mean, this is pre-"Dude, where's my car?" He's like, "Dude, look what's on your head. Dude, what's on your head?"
I never thought of that. That's a...
Dude, where's my car? I'm calling you out. You copied off of this movie. But yeah, he comes in to say more of his stuff, and he's gonna repaint the room.
Blood red with brains.
That's right, texture even kids. But then he starts talking about everybody who's beaten him up, and he mentions
the paper girl.
The paper girl. She beat me up once too.
Oh my god, yeah.
I love how he dances around too.
Yes. Makes it super creepy.
It does.
You don't want to piss this nerd off, man.
No.
Right.
Nope, but they're going to hell in a handbasket, and you won't need a hat. And a fabulous head explosion.
Yes,
my favorite head explosion of all time.
Yes, especially when they showed like the trunk of his head, of his neck, and it looks like a mannequin that you just pop the actual head off of. It's like smooth plastic.
Again, before like DVD, and I rented this on VHS, we just kept rewinding and putting that in slow motion on VHS. Oh, yeah. It's hysterical.
Ooh, yeah,
it's amazing.
Glorious. Yeah, that was a pretty ambitious little effect. Between that and then, to me, the mom with the cleaver in her head.
Yeah.
But
it looks like fireworks when it explodes, kind of.
It probably is.
Yeah. I love it.
I don't think it's dynamite, Maddie. I'm sorry.
Whoa, no shit.
There's like a whole bunch of a couple M80s put together. But I love these kind of head explosions in these kind of movies, because where it's got the really like straight cut. You can totally see where it changes to the mannequin head. And
Oh, yeah.
it's just so much fun. I love that.
Yeah, it's like, well, and we've talked about this before too. Like, I mean, if any of us had to edit this shit, you know, the way that they had to edit back then, I mean, you'd get a little, I won't say lazy, but you'd be like, yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of that
For
equipment too, a lot of that old equipment, especially like stuff like if they'd edit on high 8 and stuff, there'd typically be about a 1 second lag on it. And so that's why in a lot of these old SOVs, you know, it always seems like it's just a tad bit early on those cuts. And I think a lot of the times it's due to those editing restrictions, you know, that they were working with back then.
Yeah. Yep. And 1 second is a lot.
It is, yeah,
Yep,
it is,
a lot
for
of
sure.
frames.
And so, yeah, so just right before, I guess that one is what, TJ? Or is that Lily?
Really.
Yeah, he's the one that's like, gets the redemption arc for a split second. What a stupid word. Like, are we supposed to feel sorry for you or something? Because you're still going to get blown up, okay, dude?
They're gonna catch you. Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
I've got
And they deserve it.
I've got a lot of money saved up from weekends at home. Or
Yeah,
what was
Saturday.
I got a lot of money left from years of dateless Saturday
Dateless
nights.
Saturday nights, yes.
That's it.
Which, again, don't fuck with the nerds, man. We've seen this time and time again.
No more Mr. Four Eyes.
So then we have, after he's gone through all of this, we have the stripper from the beginning that was his dream stripper. She's like dead and bloody. Is it just like now he's just killing people in his dreams too?
Well, for me with that scene, I really like that because to me it kind of like symbolized that he didn't need to fantasize anymore, and now he's got power over his life, and he's taken and killed all that, all that make believe shit because he can take and make it happen on his own now.
And just a nice bookend too, because the movie kind of starts with her and ends with her. I thought it was a nice little touch as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's full circle.
Yep.
Now there is a sequel to this. Is that correct?
Yes.
Bride of Killer Nerd.
Yeah.
And who is the bride?
The same girl who's in this one, I can't think of her name right now.
The acid chick?
Yeah, it's the same actress, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but she
Is it
plays
like
a
her
different
twin?
character.
It's her twin sister.
She plays like a high school girl. She is not in high school. And then Toby, Harold Kunkel is like however old, and he's dating a girl in high school. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, according to the trivia, most of these people were, at least when the first one was filmed, they were students at Kent State University. But you got to work around what you got,
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, they could have put it in Alabama, so.
Well, I'm looking though. Okay, I'm looking at it. So it is the same actress, but they've nerded her up as well. So that makes sense.
And she's great in that one too. She really does I love Bride of Killer Nerd. I almost think I like it better than Killer Nerd. It's just it's a great little love story. Yeah. I do.
I have not seen
I like
the sequel.
Bride of Killer Nerd, but it's definitely worth watching. I enjoy the first
sure.
more, obviously, but I love them both.
Yeah, they're both great.
Gonna have to look that one up because it's looking intriguing just from what I'm seeing here. Just on IMDb.
Troma put out a double feature DVD, which is a nice little edition of the films. Definitely recommend that.
That's what I have.
Yeah, it's still pretty.
And there's a
affordable, I think.
commentary on there. The commentary is really good. I haven't watched it in a couple of years, but I love it.
Right, yeah, it was really good, yeah.
Oh, it is on Prime. Add to watch list. There we go.
Yes.
Added.
Now, can I go on a tangent about Prime real quick, guys? I work for a film company, and one thing that's been going on with Prime a lot is Prime doesn't allow a lot of nudity or violence in their films. So a lot of the stuff that you're seeing pop up on Prime is actually self-censored versions from filmmakers. Someone was asking me about the Camp Blood sequels recently, and I heard that a lot of those are cut down for the Prime So just kind of a heads up to people, if you're watching some of this stuff on Prime, they may be cutting out some of the good stuff. So just another reason why physical media is always better.
That is true.
Exactly. But they have the Greasy Strangler on Prime. Is that uncut? I haven't watched it because I have the Blu-ray. But like that movie's got like the guy dancing around naked with his fake dick.
It's got all the dicks, and I hear that they're not cool with male nudity either at all.
No, nudity in general they're not cool with. They'll deny a title.
But how is
that
on
nudity.
Prime and they allow this other shit? They don't allow this other shit. That's my
it's so weird. It's no different than the old rating, the ratings boards where they cut Friday the 13th to ribbons, but they'd let an art house movie have tons of like male nudity and stuff like that.
Tasteful
There's
nudity.
Double standard. If you're a big company, you can get away with a lot of shit. You know what I mean?
That's what.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. I think it's the big company angle that like all the independent ones are getting screwed over with it, just to take fall in line because they can't regulate all that independent material on there. That's one of the reasons I like Prime, but at the same time, I've heard that they've been screwing them over as far as paying them.
Yes, so they cut the rate down a lot at the start of the year. So they cut it down by like a sixth. Yeah, so a lot of the people who were getting, decent checks. Like, I mean, for example, Steve Rudzinski has a few things on there. His December check from them was $130. Then his January that had almost identical watch time was $20. So...
Yep.
Is it all from the Maui
I was just
movies?
going to use him as
Yeah. Well, that, and there's one other one that he has, I think, on there, but he does not get Carousel. He doesn't have the rights to that one. But still, I mean, that's like a huge drop, because it went from like what? Like it was something like 6 cents an hour to 1 cent, and they made it to where it's not rounded or something. So it's like, I think you only get paid for full hours and,
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting that they can allow filmmakers to have that platform and then pull the rug out from underneath them as far as income source. I
hear Tubi's the best for independent now.
Yeah.
That's what I hear a lot of people say.
But eventually it's probably going to have something, I mean, I think they just contracted to be like in a bunch of hotel rooms, like a bunch of hotels.
Oh, I didn't know that.
At this time, I'd like to take in Pimp Out Midnight Movie Society. If you guys have not heard of that streaming service, I don't know how much they pay, but I know Stephen Byro's put a lot of his films up there with Unearthed on there, and I don't think he would do that unless they were being fair with the amount of money they were getting back. Rue Morgue does it, so they've got a lot of Severin stuff, SRS, Unearthed. It's a really cool streaming service if you like underground and shot on video and just cult films. Really underappreciated stuff. I watched Invasion of the Blood Farmers for the first time on there last night, so I've seen a lot of good stuff. Turkey Shoot, a bunch of stuff. So I highly recommend it. You can get a free trial, and it's like $3 a month. So
okay, thanks.
Yep. Nice. Okay, are we gonna rate this?
Yeah.
All right, Maddie, you go first.
Well, I give it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Because it's my favorite.
If you didn't, I'd kick you off the show. It's like you don't suggest a movie as being your favorite and then not give it a 5 out of 5.
Exactly. Essential
watching. So, Tony, what about you? Had you seen this?
Yeah.
You'd seen this and you'd seen the sequel, correct?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I love both of them. Like I said, I prefer the sequel a little more. But this one, I mean, this is a great movie. It's got, I mean, you heard from us doing all the line reads. There's so many great lines. The music is awesome. I love all the like beat poems, soliloquies he does in it, and all those dream sequences. My only real critique of the film is it does take a while until any killing happens. It's about an hour in. And there's not a lot of killing, but it is more about his kind of descent into madness, which is really cool. I give this one a 4.
All right, Slade.
I'm gonna take and bring out the 4.5 because
Oh.
it's really good. It's really good. I enjoyed it. I had thought I had taken and seen it prior, but I remembered nothing like as I was watching it, so it could very well have been the first viewing for me, so as well. So I was very surprised by that, and I really enjoyed it. However, it didn't have enough to take and unseat my favorite trauma SOV with
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Tobacco Man. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was a great film. I really enjoyed it. I think honestly, what's the actor's name that played Harold?
Toby
Toby
Radloff
Radloff.
He just like his performance just was perfect.
makes it,
He
Yeah.
makes the movie.
Yeah.
He really did.
for sure.
I wonder if they built the whole script around him as well. Like it just seems like just made for him. So, yep, 4.5, great film.
Nice.
All right, I'm going with a 4, and I'm going to echo what Tony said, and that is that I kept hitting pause just to see when the killing was starting, because kept thinking, okay, it's been a while, and yeah, it takes about an hour for him to like really start going crazy. So just probably for that is why I would go down to a 4, maybe a 4.5. It was fun as shit, and I mean, he is just fabulous in this.
Mm-hmm.
Again, as we've all said, he made the movie for sure.
And check out that Genuine Nerd, guys. It's such a great documentary. I know it was on YouTube for free for a while, so if you search YouTube, you might be able to find it.
Cool.
Awesome.
I'm gonna have to find that one.
I think it was really cheap on Amazon to order on Blu-ray.
Right.
Okay,
I saw it. I'm gonna have to try to order a copy.
and that's not part of the DVD set.
No, it's a different feature. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. All right, so what are we gonna do next?
I was actually thinking about that today. Like, what could be the next one?
I suggested Killer Nerd, but I'm all about that Trash Cans movie.
Yes, Trash Can of Terror. And Tony, you said you have it, correct?
I believe I have a data file of that somewhere. Yeah. So let me see if I can find that for you guys.
Oh yeah, if that's the case, that's what we're doing next. It
Yeah, we
better
could
live
always-
up to its title.
Like at some point in the future, we could always do Crazy Fat Ethel. Those
I haven't
films,
seen that.
because they're basically the same damn movie.
Yeah.
Oof.
They reuse so much footage from the second one.
You don't want to do the Nick Millard movie, Slade. Don't make me
I haven't
watch
seen
those
any of
again,
his
please.
movies.
I have a lot of stories about Nick Millard I could tell, but he'd probably try to sue me, so I'm not going to share those.
Well, my first suggestion was going to be the violent shit films, but
Oh,
Well, I like violent shit.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
a good
let's-
one.
Yeah, we'll make that our backup or next one, just depending upon if Tony finds this data file or not.
Gotcha.
Sweet. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. And if you have not seen Killer Nerd, go watch it immediately. And if you have any suggestions for us, leave us some comments, but only good ones, because we'll just delete the bad ones. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening.
Nerd.
Nerd, 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 nerd,
Nerd, nerd, nerd, nerd, nerd.
Good night.